It's Kevin. Thanks for stopping by for another No BS social media chat. The title of today's post is called Big Fish, Small Pond. It's a familiar term, well, at least for me, and it has been, I don't want to say a theme for much of my life. But I learned early on, when I was picking colleges, I had a couple of choices of colleges. I could have gone to the University of Virginia and been just, well, one of many people in their communications department, in their journalism department, and really don't think, we'll never know, I would have stood out enough. There were so many good people going to the University of Virginia. But then I was approached by Radford University, a smaller school, a school that had just gone co-ed a couple of years before I got there. And, well, I had the opportunity to, I think, make more of an impact with a smaller school, to make more of an impact quickly. So I went to Radford. I was hoping to be a big fish in a small pond, and it paid off for me almost immediately, where I was the first freshman ever involved with the radio station. I was the first freshman involved with then the radio broadcast team for the sporting department, and my career really kind of, kick-started then in the media side. And I always kept that in the back of my mind. Well, when I went into radio full-time, I never did well when I worked for the big companies. I was just one of many talented people. But when I always found a small company that was always in search of more talented people, I tended to thrive, and I really tended to grow quickly, and I really tended to get more accomplished. So I always thought I was a better big fish in a small pond. Big guy, big fish in a small pond. Well, let's think about social media too. I'll be honest with you. I get frustrated with Facebook. Facebook is the 600-pound gorilla. Facebook is the one that everybody wants to do well at, but they don't care about you doing well. All they're worried about is their stockholders and them doing well, and I understand that. But I often think, isn't it better to be a big fish in a small pond? So when Instagram was first starting out, I really started dabbling in Instagram. And I built, I have a bigger following on Instagram, personally, than I have on Facebook. Than I have, well, we're pretty close on Twitter, but I don't know how much of that's a following because a lot of that is noise. But I found for me, being a big fish in the Instagram pond helped. Now, with that said, Instagram keeps getting bigger and bigger. It's one of the fastest growing social media sites. So I'm not necessarily as big a fish now. But I'm thinking in terms of your social media, you got to have the Facebook page. You got to have the YouTube channel. But think about it. Just getting your YouTube videos now, my personal YouTube page got more video hits when I was just doing a video blog 5-6 years ago than what it gets now. Those videos were getting more hits on a regular basis than these get. And I think it's just because there are more people doing videos. I forget what the number was. They said it was some amazing number of videos. Tens of thousands of videos get uploaded every minute on YouTube. So how easy is it to be seen, to be found, to be discovered on YouTube? It's not. You have to do YouTube to satisfy your fan base, whatever that is, your followers, your friends, your fans, as we talk about. But it's going to be tough to be discovered on YouTube, unlike Justin Bieber. So perhaps you need to look for a social media site. And again, we talk numbers all the time. Quantity versus quality. You're looking for a quality fan base. What if you found a social media site, one of the smaller ones, where you could be a big fish in a small pond? There are so many small little social media sites. And the good news, bad news is you can get in early. You can become somebody popular early on, but then they may not survive. There are a lot of sites that I got into. There was one called Plurk a few years ago that I had a good following on. I enjoyed it a little bit more than I enjoyed Twitter, but it, went belly up, or it changed, or became something else along the way. There are lots of little sites, and anytime I see a new social media site, I try to sign up, learn a little bit about it, find out what's going on. There's the new one that's kind of the anti-Facebook Facebook that's called Ello. It's still in its infancy. I think they're at a point now where you can get an invite, or if you need an invite, reach out to me and I'll get you invited into mine. But perhaps you could be a celebrity on Ello, be a big fish in a small pond. There's one called Thumb. It's kind of interesting, where you can basically put a picture up and ask people if, thumbs up or thumbs down, and be interesting there. There's Keek, the little video app. That's interesting. Whether it's Vine, whatever these little social media sites. And I'm not saying Vine's a small site, but I'm thinking there aren't as many people, millions upon millions of people on these sites. So perhaps you find a way to become that big fish in a small pond and build your base. Again, always remember, quantity is important, but quality, a fan, a follower, a friend, is more important. You can be Taylor Swift and have a gajillion people following you, but are they really interacting? Are they really paying attention? Is it just they want to be associated with Taylor Swift, so they become a Taylor Swift fan? It's not necessarily all about engagement, and engagement is the key to social media. Think one-on-one relationships, at least as best possible. So perhaps big fish in small pond is a great way to think about it and build your strategy. Again, we always stress quality versus quantity. Quantity looks nice. It's impressive. It's impressive to tell people what your numbers are. But quality of fan base is most important. Back next week into the No BS Social Media Chat right here. NoBSSocial.com is the website. We also have the YouTube page. You can subscribe there and catch those videos the minute they go up. No BS Social is our channel on YouTube. My information, email address, phone number coming up next. Thanks so much and see you next week.